In a recent piece for The Bulwark, Sonny Bunch walks through what's happening at the Kennedy Center, uh, and what a nightmare. The Washington National Opera is leaving, performers are pulling out, and patrons have stopped coming. I'm one of them. But I am so worried because there's a whole ecosystem, artists, technicians, educators, people just starting out from college who went to school at one of these fabulous institutions, who need their first real job. They need a gig. Where are the gigs? No gigs, no money, no surviving. This is how cultural infrastructure dies. It's not like some dramatic thing. No, you take away the potential for career advancement and people move. And it's just through bureaucratic decisions, piece by piece. And when people are treated like they're disposable, well, guess what? They get disposed of. They go. I know you know this, but so, what can I say? I want to stick up for the arts. You lose pathways. I lose opportunities for dating. I love men who work in the arts. I love a stage manager who knows every quirk of a lighting board, if you catch my drift. But also, you go to karaoke, you want to find the singer who was trained to sing at Juilliard or some shit. I don't know, just making something up. But they're working here because there are jobs to be had, like at the studio theater. The best people are going to relocate because they have to, and the city is going to feel real small in a way that a spreadsheet can't measure. Dharma is one's purpose, right? And it's this particular role that only you can play. Dharma is so personal, but it's not just personal. Institutions have a purpose, and so do the people inside of them when we come together. A theater can have a Dharma. It can be, any cultural center can. It can be a place where people work out their Dharmas. These art spaces exist to cultivate, to preserve, and to hold space for expression and for transformation, for conversation between art and the viewer. When you violate that purpose, there are consequences, causes and effects. This is karma yoga, and it's going to teach us a lesson because, your effects ripple out. You get rid of jobs at the Kennedy Center, and people aren't going to want to move to DC, and the people who are already here are going to move out. You make working at the Smithsonian something undesirable. Well, guess what? No one's going to want to come. You close down a theater and you don't cancel shows, you mess up the whole neighborhood. What about the restaurants there? What about the relationships between vendors? You disrupt training pipelines for guilds, so like Electricians Guild. What about the Walnut Theater in Philadelphia? At some point it becomes a signal to an entire generation of artists that you're of no value. If there's no way to monetize your career, then what point is there? I know it's such a trope, but when there are institutions that function as beacons for people, well, they're more powerful than what appears on the surface. It's not linear. I can't help but think that cultural shifts occur because of art, and so a dominant paradigms might work to keep the arts disempowered. I hope the artists stay. I suppose we can go support our neighborhood local artists, that we can go spend some money in other places. I hear that the Lincoln Theater is great. That's Ahimsa, right? I worry about my neighborhood. I worry about the web of relationships that make a place livable. My box office worker over here at the studio theater who remembers my name. What's going to happen to him? You stop bringing world-class singers who need some help. Why would Dr. Mishki stay if she can't find clients to help with their vocals? These aren't interchangeable parts. They're part of a whole ecosystem. They're part of a mycelium network, and